There's a lot of bad stuff going on around the world right now. World War III is potentially maybe happening with the recent Israel attack on Iran. Israel is still getting attacked by Palestine and vice versa. Russia is still invading Ukraine and they're still going at each other. There's a lot of things going on right now in the world, both in terms of wars potentially happening, the riots going on in LA, the whole political sphere that's been constantly brewing and going on both YouTube and Twitch that never seems to ever really want to stop because we have a lot of extremists on both sides just never ever wanting to shut the fuck up. But what is the thing I decided to talk about today? Well, none other than a previous topic that I have done before on the channel. Go check out that video if you really want to. We're once again talking about Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue is a adult content creator who is on the adult website OnlyFans, where she is known for doing a lot of crazy stunts for publicity, and she has faked a lot of news and information for publicity, like the fact that I think soon after she had sexual relations with over 1,000 men, she had faked her pregnancy. As far as I know, she wasn't actually pregnant, and as far as I know, she doesn't actually currently have a child. Again, I don't really know because I don't really keep up with this individual, but she's just known for doing all of these crazy stunts. She's not the only person on the platform of OnlyFans to be doing these really crazy stunts, but she is, I would say, the most predominant person on the platform. And just recently, and the reason why I'm talking about her today is because she had just gotten permanently banned off of OnlyFans. OnlyFans finally banned her for a supposed planned stunt called the petting zoo, Bonnie Blue's petting zoo, where she would be stripped of her clothing and sit tied up in a glass box in public view for people to look at. And the plan was for anyone to, allow themselves to go into this glass box and proceed to do whatever it is that they wanted to do to her. And obviously, OnlyFans, the, people behind that and the company decided and saw that and they were like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna allow that sort of content. And so they banned her. So today we're going to be reading a little bit from the article from Vice.com, and let's get right to it. Apparently, even OnlyFans has its limits. According to a new report by The Sun, Bonnie Blue has been banned by OnlyFans months after she slept with more than 1,000 men in one day. The adult content creators page was pulled due to breach of terms after her extreme challenge content crossed a line, the outlet alleged. Bonnie had taken things way too far. She was making tens of thousands a month via OnlyFans, and now that's gone, a source claimed to the outlet. Her page has officially been pulled. Her latest stunts have taken things too far. She crossed the line, and OnlyFans had no choice but to act. A spokesperson for the site told the outlet that extreme challenge content is not available on OnlyFans. The spokesperson added that such content is not permitted under our acceptable use policy in terms of service. With that in mind, the spokesperson said any breach of our terms of service results in content or account deactivation. Per the outlet, Bonnie previously claimed to be raking in more than $689,000 per month on the site. That means if the figure held steady throughout the year, she'll lose more than $8 million annually as a result of the ban. She previously challenged college boys to see who could give her the best orgasm and promised to pay the winner's tuition, the outlet reported. Most recently, Blue canceled plans to host Bonnie Blue's petting zoo. Per the outlet, she'd planned it to be naked and tied up in a glass box and allow participants to do whatever they wanted to her. The outlet reported that Blue had hoped to sleep with 2,000 men during her latest stunt, according to the outlet. Blue has yet to speak out about the situation, and I don't know if she's actually responded since then, but I think sometimes I genuinely forget how much money these OF creators actually make annually, because $8 million annually is absolutely insane. And I don't know where Bonnie Blue is considered in terms of some of the top creators on OF. I don't know if she's like #1 or somewhere around there, but even then, right, even if she's not like one of the top creators on this website, it doesn't really matter because she's making a lot more money than I'll ever see in my goddamn life. Because unfortunately, as much as, I would like to do this and make this amount of money, nobody wants to see my fat ass and pay like $5, $10 $15 a month just to see weird naked pictures of myself. It's just not gonna happen, right? And also, I'm not a woman, because the people who are predominantly buying this shit are a bunch of lonely men who really want to see naked pictures of these beautiful women on the internet, even though it's really easy to find naked pictures of women on the internet regardless. You know, I guess they just have there's this weird satisfaction they get out of actually paying for these images. And I mean, obviously there's a lot more to it than I'm getting into it in the video, because it's not really the most important detail to talk about. But I think this sets a whole really bad precedent for a lot of younger women, because I think younger women nowadays who are about to turn 18 years old, who are still in high school, but plan on doing this as soon as they get out of high school and turn 18, they see the money that these women are making. They see what these women are doing online. They see that all they have to do is just get as much publicity as possible. You have to do the most extreme thing, and the most extreme thing will get you a lot of attention, and that attention will get a lot of guys to go on your page, and they'll spend like $20 a month, right? In some cases, they'll spend however much money that they want on your account that you're offering, and they're willing to do so. There is a market for that, unfortunately, and they see how much money that they make per month and then annually, and they're like, maybe I could do that. And then it's like they ultimately never end up reaching those, you know, that scale of like popularity on OnlyFans, because there are so many women now doing it, and there's always going to be more and more women doing this each and every day, that it's going to become more and more impossible to make this an actual feasible living. But you kind of understand why they're trying to do it, because in today's housing market and the amount of rent that people have to pay for each month, and then the amount of money that you get to spend on groceries each month and such and everything, it's just everything is becoming progressively more expensive. So it's easy to understand why a lot of people want to do this, but I think it still sets a bad precedent, because you have people like Bonnie Blue who are doing the most outrageous and crazy stunts to try to get as much popularity and publicity as she can on her page, to get people to go to her page and pay for her content. And then it just ultimately doesn't matter anyways, because then her entire OnlyFans page ends up getting banned because she took a stunt way too far. So yeah, I think another OF creator ended up speaking out recently by Sophie Rain, and she got really mad. You know, she's another adult creator where she talked about how she doesn't think anything that Bonnie Blue does is about women empowerment. It's no longer about that anymore. So, you know, I guess some women do it for the female empowerment, you know, good on them. I guess if they feel better about themselves by selling lewd pictures of themselves, naked pictures of themselves, whatever, that's not for me to say. But I don't know, I think you have another adult creator saying that she'll give Bonnie Blue $2 million if they go on the podcast or a podcast and then say that they'll stop the insane sex stunts. And I think this creator, Camilla, was also on the Mr. Beast Squid Games video that happened a few years ago. I'm not sure if that actually was the case. She just kind of looks like one of the people that was there. Yeah, just it's kind of strange, right? This whole announcement was very funny to me, because it didn't end up mattering in the long run regardless. She wanted to do all these crazy stunts to try to get as much publicity as possible, and now she's not going to be able to make a living off of it, at least on OnlyFans, right? You know, wherever there's a place for her to be able to sell adult content, she's just going to go there, right? She's going to go to Fansly. She's going to go to some other website that's going to be able to allow her to do these crazy things, these crazy stunts, and she'll do them, because there's nothing really going to stop her from being able to do it, besides the platform that is going to be helping her distribute this sort of content. So yeah, OnlyFans, it was too far for OnlyFans. You know, this is a stunt that was too far for the OF, and only time will tell if she decides to ever come back on another platform, or if she is going to take the money she has made in her stint for making this type of content online and use it wisely, and obviously invest in a whole bunch of things and make more money and never have to worry about money ever again, which is the smart thing to do. But you know, it is what it is. I don't really have anything else to add on top of it. I just think that this whole thing was really, really funny. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, though, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, please be sure to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Also, I want to give a shout out to Renegade Enigma for being a member on the channel. I really appreciate it. Please consider joining the memberships. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.